You are listening to the Nichole Banks Podcast, episode 112, The Empty Dishwasher Syndrome. Welcome to the Nichole Banks Podcast, where divorced women heal, grow, and find new love and dare to begin thriving. I'm Nicole, your divorce recovery coach and happy hour queen. If you're a Gen Xer ready to shake things up, level up, and have some fun, you're in the right place. Buckle up. We're getting into today's episode starting now. Well, good morning, hello. I hope you're doing well. It is stunning today in the valley. It is 107. Yes, fall is coming around the corner, but we're still in the heat, my friends. We are still in the heat. I know my girlfriend in New York sent me a photo of her in a turtleneck. I'm like, wait, what? What are you doing in a turtleneck? She goes, honey, it's September in New York. I'm like, okay, anyway. I am sitting here sleeveless and shorts today. Yes, that is who I am and what I'm about. I hope you guys are doing well. What's going on in your neck of the woods? You know, you can always DM me and let me know what's happening. I always love hearing from you guys. Don't hesitate to reach out. You can also email me, right? Nichole@NicholeBanks.com. More than happy to address any concerns or just listening to your comments. I love that you guys are chatting. So today what I want to do is, of course, have a conversation with you, right? Let me ask you if this has ever happened to you. You go to load the dishwasher and stop dead in your tracks because, surprise, there's literally one plate, one fork, maybe a wine glass if we're being honest. Suddenly you're standing in your kitchen crying over stainless steel racks and dirty silverware. Yep. Girl, you're not crazy. You're just divorced. Today, we're diving into what I call the empty dishwasher syndrome. Spoiler, it is not really about the dishes. It's about the quiet, the sneaky shifts that hit us when the dust of divorce settles. No one writes about them, but every divorced woman knows. So you know what's funny? We used to complain about the dishes nonstop, right? Remember that? Remember when the sink was Mount Everest of cereal bowls or sports bottles or pans from frying up pork chops, spoons stuck together with peanut butter, knives? You know, you'd reach in and just go, oh, where are my gloves? Right? And now, one mug, one fork, one plate. And let me be real, I stood in front of mine one night and thought, dang, my dishwasher is more single than I am. And it was kind of a sad, funny realization that hits you in your gut and your funny bone all at once. Here's the real kicker. It's never about the dishes. It's about the loss of the rhythm, the absence of clutter, the missing hum of another person in your space. That empty dishwasher is basically a billboard flashing, you're alone now, you're alone now. And that emptiness, whew, it's heavier than a sink full of pots after Thanksgiving. But here's where we flip it. Emptiness isn't just loss, it's space. And space is waiting to be filled with what you actually want this time. Think about it. Every slot in that dishwasher is yours now. Every choice, every spoon, every glass, it's all yours. That's not emptiness, that's possibility. Now, the silver lining time, fewer dishes means less scrubbing, less nagging, less pretending you don't notice a plate on the coffee table 3 days later or a wine glass. Divorce didn't just hand you freedom, it trimmed your housework. Thank you. And let's be honest, you can also stretch laundry day out way longer when no one's around to notice. Plus, you now own the sacred right to eat ice cream straight from the pint without judgment. I might be speaking from truth. Don't even get me started on the dishwasher. Top rack exclusively for wine glasses, bottom rack for pizza plates. Done. Honestly, Martha Stewart could never. Trust me when I say this. I literally would go to Costco and buy the big bulk paper plates And I mean, I'm just like, I'm not even needing this except for my wine glasses. So what am I doing? I would, order from Chinese restaurants, pizza places. Sometimes it was pie, sometimes it was calzone, sometimes it would be from, a sushi restaurant or a Hawaiian time, right? Come to think about it, when I moved, I had more Kowloon's special sauce. It's a Chinese restaurant in Eugene, Oregon, and they would have this yummy special sauce. And every time I ordered Chinese, I would order a bottle of the special sauce. And, I wanted the refillable bottle. I'm thinking I'm just going to swing by. I mean, by the time I was done, I probably had 24, 36 bottles of refillable bottles that I would never refill. I just always ordered. I'm getting sidetracked here, but that's not the point. The point is this, that it was my choice, right? And no one was mad about it. No one said, hey, do you realize you've got 6 refillable bottles already? I know. I love that sauce. I do miss that sauce. What I want to do is, of course, give you some tips on how to cope and reclaim. Okay. So the first one is, of course, name the loneliness. That's right. Say it out loud. This feels empty, because pretending it doesn't sting is exhausting. Let me share this with you. All right. Envision you in a swimming pool. It doesn't matter what swimsuit you have. Your hair could be up, down, makeup on, off. I don't care. I want you to envision yourself in a swimming pool right now. You there? You in a swimming pool? Okay, cool. So you're in the swimming pool, and I hand you a balloon, and I say, put the balloon underwater. And you do. You put the balloon underwater. Okay. And then I say, let go of the balloon. And guess what happens? The balloon floats up to the surface every single time. Every single time. Why I'm giving you this analogy is exactly the same thing about your emotions, about your feelings. You have to understand that if you do not cope with the emotions, you literally are trying to hold them underwater, right? You're trying to shove them down, and it's not going to last long because they're going to resurface. And typically they resurface lashing out at someone or breaking down emotionally. And there's nothing wrong with that. Hello. I used to break down at my dishwasher because I had nothing to fill it with. But the point is, you have to cope. So saying it out loud, this feels empty. This space right now feels empty. My living room used to feel empty because his lazy boy was removed, right? I had a spot there. And then I shifted all of my living room furniture around, and I still had a spot. It was missing something. So I literally got rid of all of the furniture and brought in new. You with me on that? Saying it out loud, this feels empty, is okay. This feels empty for right now. This feels empty, and it's okay. So say it. Say it with me. Ready? This feels empty, and it's okay. Number 2, create new rituals. So Friday night becomes your night. Pajamas, pizza, a plate that you don't even rinse because who's checking? Whatever it is, change up your rituals. So we used to eat family dinner at the dinner table. And when it all went down, like I literally put everything else on the dinner table except for my plate. I ate at the coffee table. I ate on the bar. I ate in my bedroom. I ate at the desk. I ate everywhere except for the table. And guess what? I was cool with that for a very long time. Number 3 is reframe silence. Understand that silence isn't punishment. It's actually peace. It's a slow exhale. It's the soundtrack to healing. I know. I get it. Trust me. Number 4 is celebrate the wins. That half-empty dishwasher, it's proof that you're finally living for you. It's okay. Celebrate the wins. For me, it literally is like if you were to go to my staircase now, I would have 2 sets of shoes there. And my ex used to say, you didn't pick up your shoes tonight. Are you going to pick up your shoes? Did you want to pick up your shoes? I know, reverse role there. However, I hated picking up my shoes. I just left them there. And to this day, I still have two sets of shoes at the bottom of my stairs. Why? Because I'm living my life for me, no one else. And don't get me wrong, it's not always easy living your life for you when you come up bruised because you've tripped over your shoes at the bottom of the stairs. The point is, it's what I'm choosing to do. It's my space. It's what I'm choosing to do. So the four of how to cope and reclaim are simply this: name the loneliness, say it out loud, create new rituals, change up your schedule, change up your ritual, reframe silence, right? Reframe it. And then, of course, celebrate the wins. Doesn't matter what it is, celebrate it. So let me ask you, what in your life feels empty right? And instead of panicking, instead of rushing to cram it full with things or people that don't belong, what if you let that space sit? What if you choose carefully what deserves to fill it? Now, some of you are like, oh my gosh, I would give anything to have a man in my bed right now. My bed feels empty. You're like, fuck the dishwasher, Nick. My bed feels empty. You know what? Majority of the women will go and rush to fill that side of the bed just to fill the void of emptiness. You heard me and you know who you are. So if you're shaking your head or if you're fast forwarding or you maybe have stopped the podcast episode, right? It is truth. And sometimes we end up in a stuck situation like, oh, great. Now he's in my bed. I didn't fill it with the right person. Now I could potentially be stuck with this guy. Does that make sense? I hope so. I want you to be listening. What you choose needs to be chosen carefully. What you fill that space up with is your choice, not out of loneliness, not out of sadness, not out of depression, because it's what fills your heart. It brings joy to you. See, remember, just because you're divorced doesn't make you stupid. It makes you wiser. You now know, hey, this is what I need to do differently. And if you don't, you're going through it now. And that's okay. Take the time. Take the time to heal, because if you don't, you're going to repeat the same. What you don't heal, you repeat. So be mindful. This is your time. This is your choice. You are living for you. You with me on that? So what if you choose carefully what deserves to fill it? Think about it. I'm going to tell you mine real quick. After my divorce, I remember turning on the TV just for the noise. One night I turned it off and sat in silence. And at first, oh my God, it was so brutal. My brain screamed, this is lonely. This is pathetic. This is sad. But after a while, the quiet shifted. It wasn't loss anymore. It was ownership. I felt like the silence belonged to me. And slowly, it stopped feeling like an echo of what was gone and actually started feeling like the calm I didn't know I'd been craving. You have to understand something. Like the stress and the overwhelm of, is he coming home tonight? What mood will he be in? Will he be sober? Will he smell like another woman? It's overwhelming. It's exhausting. And it's never calming. Your mind is always overthinking of the things that you've experienced already, right? So that night, I realized something wild. I hadn't lost the clatter, the noise. I basically traded it for the calm. And calm is priceless. So tonight, what I want you to do is I want you to take these 3 action steps. You ready? Here we go. Tonight, when you notice something empty, don't label it sad, label it space. Try one new ritual this week. Pizza Fridays, candlelit Tuesdays, bubble bath Sundays. Make it fun, make it yours. Own it. Share your own empty dishwasher moment with a friend, or you can DM me, because telling the story makes it less heavy. You realize that, right? When you share, you you share the burden as well, right? Like the load is lighter. And I love that. So here's the truth. If you're staring at your dishwasher tonight, wondering when life will feel full again, I want you to hear this. You already are. You're whole. You're just learning your new rhythm. The empty dishwasher, it's not a loss, it's an invitation to decide what home, joy, and freedom look like on your terms. Yeah, that's huge, right? All right, ladies, thanks for hanging out with me today on the Nichole Banks Podcast. If this episode made you cry, laugh, or feel a less alone, share it with your divorced bestie. Healing is so much better when we can do it together, for sure. And of course, I'd love to hear you. DM me your own empty dishwasher moment on Instagram at Miss Nichole Banks. I'll toast a glass of wine with you from here. Until next time, chin up, crown straight, dishwasher optional, dare to begin. We'll see you soon. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you're feeling as refreshed as a spiked lemonade on a hot day. If you love what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and spread the love. Want to go deeper? Check out my courses, women's retreats, and the Dare to Begin membership, where we put everything we've learned into action. NicholeBanks.com. Don't forget, I spell my name with an H. NicholeBanks.com. Until next time, keep leveling up and dare to begin.